It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, everybody. What's happening? It's time. Yeah, it's a little past time. It's all good. It's time for the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show. How are you? Yes, I am Geno Jones. I know it's a bad hair day. Shout out to my man, my master barber, my stylist, my hairstylist, Markel Bailey, Kelby Cuttin on Instagram, KelBecuttin. You know it's bad, Kel, when I gotta go Marvin Gaye in tribute, in honor and tribute of the album cover, the Marvin Gaye Let's Get It On album cover, and the Marvin Gaye live album cover when he was rocking the skull cap. So I said, hey, if it worked for Marvin Gaye, it'll work for me. So, all right, everybody, listen, America is at a crossroads. All right, we're just going to get right into the show today. America's at a crossroads. What we witnessed 6 days ago, insurrection, where you had white nationalists, neo-Nazis, Proud Boys, Boogaloo Boys, KKK members, other white nationalists, and anti-Semites, those who hate blacks, Jews, the government, women, people in general. And unfortunately, there were some members of the military. Apparently, it's been reported throughout several news organizations. You've had some in the Army, an Army investigator that's being looked at for leading a group. There have been police officers from police departments all throughout the country that have been or are being disciplined currently. I saw one story where there was a police chief, yes, actually a police chief that was in Washington, D.C., part of the insurrection last Wednesday. So as of right now, the House of Representatives, the Democrats in the House of Representatives, and some Republicans, 3 have gone public. Liz Cheney, she is the daughter of former Vice President Dick Cheney, a young man named Adam Kinzinger, who's been very reasonable. He's a state representative. I'm sorry, he is a representative from the state of Illinois, and I've seen him on TV several times. Seems to be a very, very fair-minded and mature young man, irregardless of his politics, which I might not agree with on his face, but I do have to give this young man a lot of credit. I've seen him several times. And so the House impeachment vote is about to jump off as we speak. It's 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. So the House is set to vote to impeach 45, which will make history in a bad way. He'll be the first president to be impeached twice. A one-term president impeached twice. And I actually believe that now that there's a pretty good chance that not only will he be impeached, let me explain to you, and for those who don't know, how impeachment works. So when a president or a politician, judges can also be impeached, federal judges. So impeachment, let's break it up into 3 phases. So look at impeachment as you've been charged. Okay, so you commit a crime, you kill somebody, you break into their home, or you commit insurrection, which is the violent attempt to overthrow the government through violent actions. So what we saw last Wednesday was the textbook example of an insurrection. So now let's talk about public figures. So 45 is going to be impeached again. That means you'll be charged. The House of Representatives, they will, it's like an indictment, which means, okay, we're going to charge you, the district attorney, or in this case, the House of Representatives, we are charging you with inciting an insurrection. The United States Senate, they are the jury. They have to come back with a guilty or non-guilty verdict. There's a pretty good chance, unlike what happened when he was impeached for what he did in the Mueller investigation, that there'll be enough votes in the United States Senate to come back with a conviction, an impeachment, and then a guilty finding. So we impeach you in the House of Representatives. We charge you with inciting an insurrection against the United States government. The Senate, if they convict and find him guilty of inciting an insurrection against the U.S. government and inciting an insurrection to where those same senators and House of Representative members, their lives were in danger. There were hundreds of people who attacked, who broke in, and who stormed the United States Capitol while the House and the Senate was in session to certify the votes of President-elect Joe Biden. So the Senate, they're the jury. They will convict or not convict. And there's a pretty good chance, trust me. There's a very good chance, it looks like, that you'll get a conviction in the Senate. Now, to get a conviction in the Senate, it's one thing to impeach. You can impeach. But to get a conviction, once again, the Senate is the jury. You've got to have 67 senators to vote to convict or to basically find the president guilty of inciting an insurrection. So if you can get 67 senators, roughly you got 40, I want to say 47 between Democratic and Independents that vote with the Democrats, around 47. So basically you need about 10 more votes, 10 Republicans to vote with, and not to mention, now keep in mind, also Vice President Mike Pence, who was in the Senate at the time of the storming of the U.S. Capitol, where you had hundreds of these terrorists, domestic terrorists, were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence," and who built like a gallows, a wooden gallows with a hangman's noose in front of the United States Capitol, and who wanted to hang Mike Pence, who were looking to, there were some of these people that said they wanted to put a bullet in between, in the head of the leader of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, and there were other members of the House and Senate who were targeted for murder, to be killed. So right now, once again, the House is getting ready to have their impeachment vote. Sometimes Tuesday night or definitely Wednesday morning. Ideally, they want to see if they can get Mike Pence and a group of cabinet members, presidential cabinet members, or like I explained to you on Friday, the cabinet, the president's cabinet are basically department heads. Just think about your job. You have department heads. Every department has someone that's in charge of that department. So the cabinet consists of department heads in the United States government, along with the vice president. The vice president can basically get a group of cabinet members together and say, listen, I need you all to go along with me. I want to invoke the 25th Amendment, which says that the president is incapacitated. He is just basically unfit to carry out the duties of a president and commander-in-chief. I wouldn't bet. I thought that I predicted Friday that would happen by yesterday. It didn't happen. I was wrong. I'll admit it. But it's still not too late. So let's see what happens. What's going to happen? I'll keep you updated. Basically, the FBI has issued a warning to all 50 state capitals in the United States that these domestic terrorists have threatened to storm not only the United States Capitol, but each individual state capital among all 50 states. Also, keep in mind we have the King holiday weekend coming up, so you need to be very careful. A lot of the King holiday celebrations would be targeted. I'm sure have been targeted, will be targeted. These terrorists will look at the Dr. Martin Luther King celebration or the Dr. Martin Luther King weekend celebration events as a quote unquote a soft target, because they probably won't have National Guards, or they probably won't have law enforcement in force, armed, ready to protect those who are going to participate in the King holiday celebration and the King holiday celebration events. So just everybody keep your heads up. Keep your head on a swivel. If you're going to be attending any King holiday celebrations this weekend, we're still in the middle of COVID. We still got anywhere between close to 3,000 people a day who are dying from COVID-19. You have a couple of what they call variant strains from the original strain of COVID-19. You had the strain that came from the United Kingdom and South Africa. And apparently there's like a second mutated variant or mutated strain that originated here in America. So we still need to wear our mask, and we still need to social distance. We need to socially distance, and we need to. We just need to avoid crowds. We have to do that. We got to do it to protect each other, especially considering the climate that we're living in now. And we need to get a vaccine as soon as we can. Well, that's a different conversation for a different day. Actually, I will be getting my first vaccine next week. As a matter of fact, I'll come back and tell you all about it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to work on. I want to have a doctor on with me, so we can talk about. I can give you my own personal experience. I'm going to reach out to Dr. Damon Arnold. Had him on almost about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to reach out to him, see if I can get him to come on, and I'm going to let you know exactly, what it was like for me to get my COVID-19 vaccine, and I would encourage you to do the same. So this is going to be a short show today. I do have guests coming up this week, some exciting guests. As a matter of fact, I'll surprise you, so just make sure you tune in tomorrow for the rest of the week, and we'll give you the latest updates in terms of impeachment or the 25th Amendment in terms of getting this dude up out of here. We got less than 8 days, but a lot can happen between now and next Wednesday. And apparently, according to the FBI, a lot could possibly happen. As a matter of fact, these terrorists are planning more death and destruction and tyranny and treasonous behavior and actions. So I will definitely keep you updated. So I want to keep you and your family safe. Not just from COVID, not from the virus of COVID, but from the virus of white supremacy, white nationalism, anti-Semitism, misogyny, sexism, and just hate and racism in all of its forms. So thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Show. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell everybody you know, subscribe to the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show right here on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. If you'd like to advertise on the channel, I'd love to have you as an advertiser or sponsor. So reach out to me. Leave me a message here on my YouTube channel, or you can email me, Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell Geno, with a G and an E. Geno Jones, that's how you spell Jones, Show, all one word, at Gmail. Please reach out to me going into 2021. Got some really exciting things happening with the show here, Daily Variety Show. Just some really exciting things. I'd love to tell you about them. I can't go into detail right now, but what I can tell you, I got some more incredible guests and just some really exciting shows that exciting, informative, inspirational, educational, entertaining, funny, relevant, topical, and just honest conversation. That's what we do here on the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show. Hi, Mother. I love you. It's a bad hair day. I'm doing my Marvin Gaye impersonation. It's, my mother's favorite artist, like all the time. Like I never really saw my mother like go crazy. I called it like almost go groupie. Just like the one dude I really saw my mother like just really lose it about was Marvin Gaye. She loved Marvin Gaye. Marvin would perform on TV or something, or like even a Marvin Gaye song would come on, and my mother would just, she loved her some, she still loves her some Marvin Gaye. She probably like, Jeannie, you can't tell everybody that. Hey, listen, nothing wrong with loving Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was definitely the man, absolutely. So, in the honor, it's not a red skull cap. On the Let's Get It On album cover, he was rocking the red Scully. On the Marvin Gaye live album, he was rocking like the red Scully. I'm rocking the navy blue Scully to match the navy blue blazer. Shout out to Bruce Gage. Always got the wardrobe tight there. Check out Bruce Gage on Instagram. Bruce Gage, G-A-G-E. Listen, he'll have you, as the kids say, the drip is spectacular. The clothing, the look. So just check out his clothes. His clothes, it just, he's got some very fashion forward designers, a lot of designers, up and coming designers. He travels to Europe. Just check out his, trust me guys. Listen, no shade on Armani, Versace, these other designers, but check out Bruce Gage's page on Instagram and you'll see for yourself. He'll just have you looking like $10 billion. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Live right here, the Geno Jones Daily Variety Show, 6:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 in Los Angeles. All right? I love you. I really do. Thanks for watching. Wear your mask. Socially distance. Get your rest. Stay out of crowds. Get your vaccine. Get vaccinated, everybody, so we can get on the other side of this. Because I want to go see my mother. I want to be able to hug and kiss my mother. So let's get everybody vaccinated. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.